Disclaimer. The filmmakers would like to state that the following film, although presented as a documentary, is a complete work of fiction. Names and likenesses to any actual persons, places, or things are all entirely coincidental. As far as any business, governmental, or otherwise legal entity should be concerned, every image and sound that you are currently and will continue to experience for the duration of this film is a work of artificial intelligence. This film actually just doesn't exist, and any assertion that a human would create such a film is preposterous. Please don't sue us.
It was a late spring evening at a dive bar in Ocean City, Maryland, when the idea first came to us. More specifically, me and my friends were seated around a high top at the Bearded Clam when someone broached the topic of bathrooms. With the Ocean City Film Fest in the back of my mind, I started thinking, what if we... Then we were interrupted by a seeming regular at the establishment who was missing a finger. And I know this because, unprompted, he delved into the story of what happened to the missing finger, which involves an angry ex-wife and the sentiment, "You're going to need to have that removed." Anyway, back to the bathrooms. The bathroom at the Bearded Clam was okay, surprisingly clean for a dive bar, but it was still early in the night. I wondered, what if we made a definitive ranking of the best bathrooms in Ocean City? And, in our search for the best, what if we could warn innocent tourists about the worst? Which bathrooms to avoid at all costs?
A comprehensive tour of Ocean City's public restrooms.
John Waters needs to be part of it.
My friends thought it was a good idea, and I did too, but I was also like 3 vodka sodas in when I decided to do this, so please give me grace. Now the question, where to begin? The next day I took to Reddit to get a sense of what the people knew about Ocean City's bathroom situation. For some reason my post got a lot of downvotes, which told me this might be a sensitive subject for some. I got some responses on the predictable worsts, mostly at popular bars and restaurants, and the best. There were stories of nostalgia, like paying a dime to use the bathrooms on the boardwalk, sexual escapades in outdoor showers, and memories tinged with trauma, i.e. UTI pain and the first time someone saw a turd in a urinal. We wondered if we might bear witness to incidents like these on our journey through OC's bathrooms, and we decided to start in the most obvious place, on the boardwalk.
Now, this bathroom was specifically mentioned in the Reddit thread.
Yes, so the only comment that is actually right.
Is that there's a large person who expects tips.
The boardwalk bathrooms. John Waters once reminisced on hanging out below the boards of the 9th Street public restrooms. In fact, Waters was given a key to the Caroline Street bathroom by Mayor Meehan when he came to town to perform stand-up at the Ocean City Film Festival. I wasn't necessarily expecting to see someone as colorful as John Waters or his cast of characters, but I was expecting something. If only, as one Reddit user shared, just a large, glaring person sitting next to a tip bucket. But no such person existed, at least not today. Only a long line of sandy and impatient beachgoers and a very hardworking, medium-sized bathroom attendant. Actually, the bathroom in the specific stall I used were pretty clean. Ranking these bathrooms out of 5 seagulls, the Ocean City Boardwalk bathrooms as a whole, we visited 3 of them, get a surprising 3.5 seagulls. Good job, Ocean City. Now, I hate to do this so early on, but the absolute cleanest bathroom we encountered downtown was in an extremely surprising location. It was early in our journey, but when we went to the Purple Moose, we expected to find the dirtiest, rankest, rogue toilet paperist bathrooms in town, and that is the opposite of what we found. Gone were the beer-stained carpets, the exposed pipes, the perpetually clogged handicap stall. To our astonishment, the Purple Moose had been renovated, bathrooms included. Where were we? Who were we?
Kids out of the bathroom because it was just so gross. She was like banging on the stall. She was like,
I could only half listen to my friend's traumatic bathroom story because I was having an existential crisis about where I was and what this town had become. If the Purple Moose had the nicest bathrooms, then I must begrudgingly give it 5 seagulls. And if the Purple Moose had the nicest bathrooms, what would that say about the rest of the town? In a daze, we made our way to another boardwalk establishment. The hidden bar of The Hump is advertised with an inviting sign outside the dough roller. Walk past a couple of booths and you're in the new Moroccan-themed hideaway. Though its bathroom is the same as the dough rollers, and it is nothing to write home about. For general cleanliness, vibes, and waiting for half a young girl's soccer team to use the toilet before me, The Hump gets 2.5 seagulls. Down at the inlet is my favorite place to get a drink on the boardwalk. Simply called the Bar, or the Inlet Lodge, you feel like you've been transported back in time when you're sitting at the long wooden bar across from the retro diner and ahead of the old stage where local acts used to perform music in the mid-20th century. But are the bathrooms just as charming? Well, sort of. Having used the women's room many times before, I was already familiar with the questionable conditions of this one. However, this bathroom is actually really fun, because while you're doing your business, you can open the blinds and witness all the joy of visiting Trimper's rides. That's right, the Ferris wheel is literally just outside the window, and if you're not worried about anyone peeking in, you can peek out for a little entertainment while you go. I can't speak to the view from the men's room, but for the views and amusement that the women's room offers, the bar gets 4 seagulls. Now, this next place I don't even want to talk about, but I must do my due diligence as a journalist and report on what is possibly the most loathsome bathroom we went to. I probably won't get sued, but just in case, I will only say it's a very old bar downtown that features a wall of boob pictures taken in their photo booth and is, luckily for their clientele, not within 500 feet of a school. As I peed here, I realized I don't ever have to be lonely, because there's always someone, many someones, who I can call for a good time. I also had a nice view of their plunger and mysterious drip bucket. Anyway, it gets one sad, decapitated half of a seagull. Let's move uptown into a fresh new day, because we can only bar hop so much in one evening, and after that disappointing last establishment, we had to call it a night. Have you ever wanted to pee in the ocean, but wished you could do it in a more civilized way? What if I told you you could pee your pants, and the person sitting across from you eating their Krabby flatbread would never have to know? Well, I have a secret for you. You can. This establishment's actual bathrooms get an average 3 seagull score for overall cleanliness and vibes. Many new and temporary friendships have been forged late at night in the nightclub's bathroom, but just as many orange crushes have been regurgitated in the handicap stall, so things kind of even out in the end. The Bay gets a score of 5 seagulls for convenience and for putting us back in touch with nature and reminding us that we're all human and we've all probably peed in our swimsuit once or twice. Our ancient ancestors would be proud. So, what did we learn? Well, when we took a side trip on the Trimper's haunted house, we learned from the ride operator that aliens are real and they touched down in the inlet parking lot just that morning. We learned that while the bar has the best view, nothing beats doing your business out in nature the way God intended. We learned that you're never truly alone when you're sitting on the unisex toilet of Harbor Inn, and that a hidden bar unfortunately does not mean a hidden private bathroom. I also learned a lot about my friends, and that everyone has a bathroom story.
Huge, giant thing of industrial-sized toilet paper is in the toilet.
Just imagine, Riyadh, on a bad day after a soccer riot.
I went to a stall and I changed, and all of a sudden I heard girls' voices.
If you stuck around this long, then congratulations. According to Reddit, the best bathrooms in Ocean City are the Exxon Subway combination on 52nd Street and the Marriott. But don't believe me. Go see for yourself and take your own tour through Ocean City's bathrooms.
That's my bike!